I'm Diane. Welcome to my sewing channel, Diane in Stitches, where I'll be talking all about my sewing adventures. So this week, without too much preamble, as you can see, I'm wearing my latest creation, which is another Jarrah sweater. Now I think everybody in the sewing community is probably knows the Jarrah sweater. But do we all love it? That's the question. And I'm not so sure at the moment, I'm afraid. I can't say that it's going to be my favourite jumper. So this was the latest one. This was the fabric I got from Minerva. They had a sale on textured knit fabrics. And I got this and the rusty coloured one that I made my first toaster sweater in the other week. Neither of these fabrics shall we say, enthralled about, but this is okay. This is a cotton, it's 80% cotton, 14% polyester with 6% elastane, and it was 255 grams per square metre, as I say, from Minerva. It was supposed to be a 55% stretch widthwise and a 30% lengthwise. Now, widthwise, as you can see with the ribs that's on it, the ribs should have run across selvage to selvage, but I've done this with the ribs running down, so I've cut it sort of 90 degrees. The Jarrah comes in a multitude of designs. So you've got the plain sweatshirt type thing with the ribbing. You've got this cropped one, and these sleeves are like a slit cuff, which I'll explain in a minute. You've got this funnel neck, and then you've got one with a curved hem, which is lower at the back, and then I think again that's ribbed, and then the split cuffs. And then they've got this version with the tie front, which I have done as well. Now with this one, I thought I'll pop some pictures up in a video, it can be easier. I thought I would forget the ribbing and forget the curved hem. So I've just cut it off straight at the hem. I've just cut this sleeve as if I used the sleeve from the split hem one, but I took the split bit out of it, and then what I did was I just turned it up. I couldn't decide how much to take off it, so I just turned it up, cover stitched it, and then I just trimmed off the excess that was on the inside, and then I've just cover stitched the bottom hem as well. I don't think I'm a fan of this collar, but it's the fabric probably that's not got a lot of body in it to hold it up. But whether I'd be keen on it if it was, I don't know, because it's a little bit of a wider profile than the toaster sweater, which I do like. So I don't know whether this would just be better with the ribbing and then just do the plain sleeves, the plain bottom, and I think that might be fine, possibly. If I show you my previous Jarrahs, the dilemma that I have with this pattern, this was the first one, and I did do I started off with the split sleeve on this one, and then I decided to take it off. It's still got a little bit of a remnant at the top of this split there, and I just cut it off and put a cuff on, and then I put a cuff. I think I might have done the scooped hem, and then took that off and put a rib on the bottom. The collar, as you see, it's worse than this one. This is just a very fine rib knit. I think this is from Pound Fabrics. So it's just a very fine rib knit. You can see then it's very floppy. And I think this neck has stretched out a bit as well. So number one wasn't a favourite. And then I did this one in this lovely Ponte from Beyond the Pink Door, which was a gift. My sister-in-law bought me voucher for my birthday last year, and I got this and the ribbing from Beyond the Pink Door. And this one, I did the this tie hem, and what I did, because it's got a white background, I did the facing. I drafted a facing so that when I tie it up, it doesn't show the white through. The problem I have with this one is, I do like this one, I think. The problem I have with this one is that this tie keeps coming undone because it's such a slippy fabric. And I have done it in a double knot, and then you get a really chunky big lump on your hip. And I did wear it once, and I put a coat on, and I could feel this. It felt like I'd got a growth on myself. It was just sticking out like a sore thumb through the coat. So I'm again in two minds about this one now, although I love it. But I have actually got some ribbing left, and what I think I might do with this one to salvage the whole experience, the whole Jarrah nightmare, is I'm going to try and see if I can cut it off just above this, where the tie comes up there. Cut it straight and make. I think I've got enough of the purple rib left to just put a band on the bottom, and I think I will like that one better without that tie. I love it. I mean, it's just the tie look just gives it such a nice, what they call elevated feeling. But it's just so annoying. I hate messing with clothes. I don't know about you, but if I have to if I'm like this and having to readjust things, I've lost it. I just cannot. I can't do it. So I thought with that one, with the tie, and I can't get it to tie to look neat. I was looking at whether to get a scarf ring or a pin of some, like a brooch pin type thing, and try and do that, but I think I'll just put ribbing on the bottom and just have done with it. But anyway, so that's my Jarrah sweater experience. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, this is okay, and it's fine for around the house. I doubt whether I'll be wearing this anywhere anytime soon. So it's fine for around the house. It's not warm, but it's okay. And I also following Claire of Clarobobbins, who makes infinity scarves. I did actually have enough left from this to make and you'll see the picture I'll put up. Made this little infinity scarf. This is the smaller size. She does demonstrate or explain two different sizes, and I just had enough fabric on this one to do the smaller size, but I think I just used the width of the fabric. I think it was in between, but so that's that was another little project to go with this jumper. So I was quite pleased having a little go at that. So go and check out Claire's. I'll put a link to it below. She's done a video. She did it on an earlier Friday Sews video, and then she's done a standalone recently of just demonstrating the infinity scarf. And I have actually got another one cut out with my next project. So yeah, and I see with the Jarrah, I don't know either whether it's just the sizing that's a bit off for me. I don't know. I've done a size 6. It comes from sizes from 0 to 20, which is a bust of 32 to 46. And I did a size 6, and it was the smallest size that I had printed in the A0 on the PDF, but I also have the printed pattern as well. Long story. So if I wanted to size down, I would have to trace or just cut out the tissue pattern for the size 4. But I fit into the size 6. I mean, some of the measurements actually go into the 8, but looking at the finished sizes, where are we? For a size 6, the finished bust and waist is 43 1/8 inches. So there's plenty of room. Size 4 would be 42 1/8. So I could probably get away with a 4, but it's roomy, it's comfortable enough. I just don't like this neck. But anyway, there we go. So the Jarrah quest continues. We'll see. The next on the list is I've cut out the Sinclair Harper Cardigan in this viscose knit from Lamazi Fabrics, and this actually is my next. I've got enough. This is going to be another infinity scarf. That's the size that's cut out for the infinity scarf. So that's for that one. Whether it'll go with the cardigan or not, I don't know. But anyway. So after the cardigan, next projects are trousers, and I've washed the navy blue Ponte Roma that I got from Lamazi Fabrics. That's all washed, ready for the Bridget trousers. And then I've got some cream cotton twill that I got from Sherwood's Fabrics last year, which I'm going to make the Magic Pants by Ann Tilley. And I needed some bits and bobs for that, and I also needed some ribbing because I've got the next Drew sweatshirt in this leftover sweatshirt fleece that I had left from making some things last year or year before. So I went on to, I've been looking around I like to order as much as possible from the same place, obviously to save postage. And I actually found everything I needed, more or less, on Little Legs Fabrics, who are based over in Lancashire, near Preston, I think they are. And so I ordered a couple of lots of ribbing to go on the Drew sweatshirt. And I didn't know which navy, because navies are different, but there's a navy and a dark navy, and you can't really see on this, it's a bit difficult. I think this one's the dark navy, but that one matches nicely. So that will be another Drew sweatshirt very soon. And I got little bits for the Magic Pants, are the ones with the elastic. They've got sort of like a ribbing panel at the front, and then elastic coming round the back, and then a tie, a flap of straps that go through a D-ring and then attach to the side, and it's sort of quite adjustable. So I managed to get from Little Legs the ribbing, the elastic for the back of the Magic Pants, and I've not had this ribbed elastic before, but it feels really comfortable. It doesn't feel like that's going to dig in anywhere. It's really nice. It's a soft elastic. And I got the D-rings, and I also got a couple of buttons. They can use press fasteners or a button. I thought I'd just do a buttonhole and some buttons. I don't know if they're big enough, but we'll see. So that's for the Magic Pants, and then I've got my Bridget and the Drew. So that's me. Once I've done the Harper Cardigan, I'm sort of going on for another few. I've got another few projects in the pipeline, so we're okay there. So other than that, life, well, we've not been doing much. As I said, Keith had his operation last week, so we haven't done a lot, but he's improving. He's a little bit better now, moving a little bit better, but he's got a little bit of swelling still, but he's taking it easy, and he's recovering quite well. My sister's not doing too well. Obviously she's in the nursing home, and she's not looking too good at the moment, so we don't know what's happening there. She had a choice of whether to go back into hospital the other day, and she was getting quite confused while the staff nurse was explaining to me yesterday when I went to see her that she was getting a bit confused, and then eventually she said she wanted to stay in the nursing home rather than go to hospital. And so what they've said is, it's that old phrase, we're keeping her comfortable. She's taking her medication. She's not eating much, but then she's not done that for a long time anyway. Even when she was at home, she was picking at food and not eating. She said she had no appetite. So, and so she's been in the home about 3 years now. So So she's not looking too good, and she was getting quite confused yesterday when I was speaking to her. She was coming out with certain rambles and a little bit strange what she was saying, but anyway, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. But Keith's doing fine. I think he's just been out for a little walk round to the post office, but yeah, so that's it really. We're all just plodding on, and so I think that's all I've got this week now. So I'm just obviously going to get on with this cardigan. We've got the hairdresser coming in a little about half an hour. Lady comes and does cuts both our hairs, so I've got a little bit. I don't never get it really long, but it's getting a little bit wild around the edges. So haircut in half an hour, and then hopefully I'll get this video done and uploaded, ready for later today. So with that, I'll say thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed today's ramblings. As usual, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and the new hype. Don't forget the hype on the mobile devices. I'm not quite sure what that does. You get a leaderboard, but I'm not sure I'm going to be breaking any records. But anyway, just do it all. Hype, like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.